Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. As today I will be going over a review of the game Frostpunk, developed by 11-Bit Studios. This game is currently available on PC, on Steam, as well as on PS4 and Xbox One. The console versions were recently released in October 2019, so the game is still relatively new. This is just my initial impressions, my personal opinion. After about 20 hours of gameplay, just completed the campaign, which was, unfortunately only 4 missions long. But bear in mind, since the game is still kind of new content is still being released as this video is published. Currently, a DLC is available, and more is going to be on the way in 2020. So first off, Frostpunk is set in a apocalyptic world where you are essentially the mayor or the commander of a settlement that is struggling for survival. You gather resources such as coal in order to power this generator in the center of your base. It has a very sort of heliocentric theme in the sense that it's like the sun in the middle and you build outwardly in this sort of elliptical fashion, and the graphics are amazing as you would expect. You build homes, medical facilities, research technology, and things of that sort in order to stay alive. The game can be pretty difficult initially, as the game does challenge you with bitter colds, starving refugees, lack of resources, and things of that nature. But once you get the hang of things, you can easily lose yourself in each mission for just hours and hours on end, which I have. So your population consists of workers, engineers, and children, and you have to assign each of them to work, even the children if you like, but with risk. And certain facilities only employ certain people. For example, only engineers can work in workshops, and that's where you research your new technology. As you can see, the game does have a day-night cycle, and the temperature can drop drastically in the evening. And workers also have to rest at night. So bearing that in mind, you have to think very strategically about your resources, because then people aren't going to be working. You're not going to be gathering at night. I mean, you can force them to work extra shifts, but that may raise discontent, which brings me to the next segment. There's two metrics in this game that you want to gauge very carefully, and that's hope and discontent. You want to stay high on hope and discontent to be low. Otherwise, you'll get kicked out, literally, and banished from the settlement. Luckily, the game is the learning curve is not that high. The game has a built-in tutorial, as you saw, with tabs that are very easy to navigate, and you can locate exactly what you're looking for, depending on what you want to learn more about. Next, let's go over some other features. There's an adaptation grid where you can gain different perks. This includes the ability to allow children to work, as well as access to new buildings and abilities, as you will soon find out will be extremely useful. Um, Next, let's talk about the technology tree. The technology tree allows you to research different upgrades, such as the ability to build more advanced structures, which will make you more efficient at resource gathering, for example. And other cool technology perks include upgrading your heating, for example, upgrading your exploration capabilities. So there's a lot of cool things. And one thing that I also really like, it's really cool, is be able to research a beacon in order to recruit scouts, which can go on these expeditions for you outside of your original settlement. And this is going to be very important because they're going to be finding other settlers as well as additional resources and survivors, things that will really help you out. And the economy isn't very difficult to track given that it's primarily just the three primary resources of coal, wood, and steel. And the game also gives you a breakdown of your spending versus gathering rates. There's a tab that you can access. So you know if you're in the plus or minus and how much you're gathering per day so you can plan strategically. Another interesting mechanic of the game are the decisions that are occasionally thrust upon you, where you have to decide the fate of certain individuals, whether they may be sick or caught stealing, and you have to decide how to deal with them. There are these 50-50 choices, and these decisions can come back to haunt you. And it's very cool because it really reflects the challenges of having to deal with a very anxious and desperate people. Another really fun aspect of the game is the endless mode scenario, where you're presented with a variety of different maps, which each have their own challenges. For example, some maps may be smaller or larger than the others, and some may have very limited resources. Some may have more blizzards, which makes the climate more challenging. And with the rifts, now there's a new mechanic where you might have to build bridges in order to access certain parts of your settlement. So, the developers are still creating new content, so it's another great thing to look forward to. Currently, I would give the game a 8 out of 10, given that I think there's still a lot of potential for these expansions, and there's a lot to look forward to as they're introducing new mechanics and new maps. And would recommend anyone who is a fan of RTS games or colony building to certainly give it a try. So that's it for my review. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and the review. Any constructive comments you guys could leave below for me would definitely be greatly appreciated and can help me, make better videos in the future. And also, if you have any other games that you might recommend for me as a fan who loves these sort of games, I would really be thankful as well. So, with that, I'll just leave you for just the last bit of segment, just some additional gameplay, as well as the ending of the first mission. So a little bit of spoilers, and that's that. So thank you guys for watching. Take care, and see you next time.